Talking about medication can be a tricky topic because what works for one person may not work for the next. Over the past month, I've decided to get off of medication with the help of my psychiatrist. It's an antidepressant that I was on since when I first got sober, and it's been a little over a month, and I've had a lot of ups and downs. It's been very challenging. However, I'm continuing to stay off of it, and it's something that I'm going to continue to monitor and talk to my psychiatrist about. It's been hard because I haven't had an initial baseline before sobriety. I've got on this medication when I first got sober, and it's helped me a tremendous amount in these past almost 4 years. And now I decided I wanted to see what it was like getting off of it. And I feel like I've been making a lot of good progress. Overall, some of the reasons why I initially went on that medication was to help with like mental fatigue and to help with energy levels and anxiety and depression. And that's probably the biggest thing that I realized when coming off of it is that I'm not always as on as I used to be. So my energy level is affected. I also feel like little things irritate me more. There's a lot of pros and there's some cons, and I continue to write these things out. But it's important to talk about this because it's not just like one size fits all. It's a big trial and error piece. And I think the biggest takeaway from this is that I have choices. And that is the biggest takeaway for me today is that just because I come off of something, if I continue to stay off of it, great. I'm going to see what it's like to adjust without it, see what new coping skills I use, the ones that I've already learned, if I can utilize them, increase therapy. But asking that question, what is the quality of life? That is the question that I ask myself because it's a good baseline for me to see, is your life better with it or without it? And that's just something that I've been going through personally. And quite frankly, I feel like it's been pretty challenging overall. Like there's moments where I'm like, wow, this is a way big reduction in mental alertness and energy. And it's been challenging, but I continue to persevere and I continue to learn. It doesn't mean that I'm going to jump right back on it, but it's a question to ask like, what is the quality of your life? Medications can be a tricky topic because some people feel that if you're taking medications, you're not truly sober. I don't believe that. I really don't, because just along with like ADHD and dopamine, it's no one's fault that some people have less dopamine than others. And for those who just don't understand mental health, they will just never get it. It is what it is. I think that if you're using a substance or alcohol to self medicate with something, that's one thing. But if you're using MAT, a medication assisted treatment, to help with anxiety, depression, ADHD, I'm all for it. A lot of these medications are meant to be taken for a short term period to get you through either a rough patch, but some people need it longer than others because they just don't naturally produce the same amount of dopamine or an SR or something within their brain chemicals. So it's not like it's a personal fault or lack of willpower. It's way deeper than that. But I think we get so caught up in medication and what happens, how it helps one person and how it may not help the next. This comes back down to the initial message of creating a partnership with a psychiatrist. I really do appreciate my psychiatrist. I trust her. I trust that my best interest is within her. And over time, she's showed me a lot of knowledge and techniques and asked me good questions. And it's something that I feel like I have a say. It's not just like, here's what you're going to take, whether you like it or not. I always voice my initial thoughts. Like, even with this, I want to continue to stay off of it for another month or two and see how things go. And then I could reevaluate if I want to go back on it. And it goes back to having that choice, another choice. We can reset our day at any time. If things aren't going well, we have the power to reset. We don't have to stay stuck in that. It's the vicious cycle of our thoughts sometimes that keep us trapped and we ruminate, we overthink, And that's how we stay stuck, and we start to spiral. But the beautiful thing about this is that we can reset. We have a choice. You woke up today, you have another choice to stay sober for today. You have another opportunity to do something great. You have another opportunity to help another person, to find your purpose, to find a passion, to do something that is meaningful to you, to reach out to someone that you love. It just comes down to taking that action. So by only having that choice is such an important aspect of this, because once we realize that we have choices, it's like, I can do this or I cannot do this. Then the decision is up to you. So if you were to ask me what I think the greatest gift is, I think it's the power of choice. And I think sobriety ultimately gives us that. It gives us the ability to think rationally and make a choice in what's in our best interest.